Alright, fellow YouTubers, I am back again. I just made another video. Um, another Bucks video. Talking about, you know, the Mike Smith getting his extension and some other, I'm not gonna, another inside news that I have. The question is it real? If you want to find out, check that video out. Um, Especially Bucks fans, you want to check that video out. Cause, I don't know, it's still getting me to this minute. Man, I hope this is not real. So I'm not gonna spoil it. So if you want to find out, you have to look at that video. And then I had video on the wild card prediction and the rest of the playoffs. I had a video on the divisional round predictions, and the new Super Bowl pick. And had an NFL season review video, my thoughts on all the teams and how they fared, and what they did, and did they exceed my expectations, and all that. So you can check those videos out. And I also did the same thing with the Bucks. The review on their season and whatnot, and the analysis and moving forward. We already did one thing. All right, we're keeping Mike Smith. All right. That was check number one. So we're already moving in the right direction. Super Bowl hasn't even came yet. All right, so this is about the NFL, about the coaching hires, my thoughts, and other NFL news. Well, obviously, maybe not all of it, but the bigger stuff. That type of stuff. The main stuff, I guess you could say. So first, alright, let's get the Chargers moving to LA out of the way. Which I guess we can get back to Mike Smith. Alright, Mike Smith. I mean, that could have been a reason why he pulled out of the Chargers head coaching search. Because as soon as the day of that the Chargers made it official that they're moving to LA, Mike Smith took an extension. Now we don't know the official numbers or how long the extension was and how big of a raise he got. Which that is part of the inside news that I have. You would have to check the other video. That video is called Bucks extending Mike Smith and other inside news. It'll be like the latest video out. After this one, it'll be like the second or third video. Up top. So if you want to hear what I got, it's not official, but I have the inside news here. So check that out. And then, alright, so the Chargers moving to LA. It's all about money, man. It's all about the money. I mean, you could tell, Chargers fans, and even other fans throughout, are pissed. They are what the hell, man? It's all about the money. It's all about marketing for the NFL. So all it is. It's all it is. And then there's some crap. I guess they're gonna share a stadium like at least this season with the Rams. So they don't even have another stadium. They're sharing a stadium with the Rams. And then supposedly like they have to like move out. Like they have to move out and get and move to the new training uh, facility within like pretty shortly. Like the NFL basically telling me, hey, get the fuck out. And it's crazy, man. I mean, it's all about the money and the NFL marketing. That's all it is. So that's all it is, man. That's all it is. So I don't know. That's my touch on that. All right. So now let's get to these coaching, the coaching and whatnot that's going on. All right. So first, let's start off. Who was the first one hired? The first one weren't the Jags. The first to make a move. Jags, Denver. We got Denver, Buffalo, the Niners. And I want to try to go in order. San Diego, yeah, San Diego. And there's one more. One. Oh, and LA. Yeah. Well, now the other LA. Alright. Alright, so I believe the Jags were the first one to make it official. So let's talk about the Jags, because they're going to be the longer one. Alright, so the Jags. Obviously, they did not. Obviously, I already said in my other video that Mike Smith was obviously a close second, alright, with the Jags. But I have other inside news of why they essentially did not go with Mike Smith. So once again, if you wanna know, you got to check that video out. But then I also had so the Jags obviously stayed within and with Doug Marrone. Doug Marrone was there 2 seasons. After he resigned from Buffalo. He left Buffalo. He didn't get fired by Buffalo. He simply just left because their owner situation with the new owners. So, and Doug Marrone, I mean, that team was playing different the last 2 games of the season when he was the interim. They were 1-1. I mean, yeah, end of season, whatever. But when the season was lost a long time ago, but they still played. They still played. They still played different those last 2 games. Um, Blake Bortles was playing a little different. Um, mean, I think Doug Marrone believes in Blake Bortles. That's a little teaser on my last video. I think you know where that was going. But but uh, but yeah, Blake. But I don't know, Blake Bortles. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the Jags. Blake Bortles has all the talent, and I don't know, just hasn't been playing well. Hasn't been playing well. Has not been winning games. Reason why One reason why Gus got fired. Gus didn't get fired because of the defense. The defense played pretty solid. Actually, as the season went on, the defense played pretty solid. It was just the offense was not producing. So, and then obviously that's not the only move the Jag made. Tom Coughlin, being the vice president, VP football operations. Okay. I was just gonna put it like this: the Jags are ready. The Jacksonville Jaguars, mark my word, will be a playoff team next season. Mark my word. Right now, right here. The Jags will be a playoff team next season. If they don't win the division, they will get a wild card spot. I think the moves that they made, staying within Doug Marrone. Doug Marrone is gonna have the offense going. Gonna have Blake Bortles playing better, which they did in the last two games with him as the interim coach. And pretty much and Tom Coughlin having final say on all football decisions on the roster and basically everything. We having final say on the coaching staff, on the roster, on you name it. I mean, yeah, they're gonna agree, they're gonna talk about it. Not like, oh, Tom Coughlin could do this, could do that, taking over the team. No. But if there were to be some disagreement, or whatever, Tom Coughlin's have final say. If Tom Coughlin really wants somebody, whether it be on the coaching staff or their roster, and the coaches and the GM did not. Well, he essentially is the GM. But if Dave Caldwell, their GM, you could basically call Tom Coughlin the GM now. But if Doug Marrone, the coaching staff, and Dave Caldwell, their GM, did not, if they don't want somebody, but Tom Coughlin does, Tom Coughlin is going to say, "What? No, this is my team." And remember, Tom Coughlin used to be the coach at Jacksonville when both Mike Smith and Dirk Cutter were his coordinators. Coincidence, right? So I think that was that, that was good by the Jags. That was good. They were going to get Tom Coughlin in some way, shape, or form. But I guess Tom Coughlin really wanted to be vice president. And be in charge of all football operations, and now he is. So enough with the Jags. I think that would be a good, awesome move by the Jags. Awesome. Okay, next we get to it gets to the Bills. The Buffalo Bills. I think. So obviously they hired Sean McDermott. Panthers. Panthers. Panthers just got weaker, folks. They got weaker. Panthers losing Sean McDermott. Defense coordinator. I'll say Sean McDermott has got a few looks the past couple seasons. He even got looks by the Bucks before we essentially, went with the Dirk. I think Sean McDermott can at least try to change the culture. Okay, he can at least maybe try to change the culture of 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 of, of that of the Bills locker room. But will it translate to wins? I don't know yet. It's hard to say. I mean, how they feel about Tyrod and their quarterbacks. He's a first-time head coach, so I don't know how he's gonna fare at least in his first year. But I can at least say that the culture will probably change. That doesn't mean it's going to be a winning culture. That takes a bit to build. And I just don't know if the Bills have the players and the ownership, like the Bucks do, to build that winning culture again. But I think it has the potential to be a good. It has the potential. I mean, it is, I guess, kind of bold because they went with somebody inexperienced. And that was like Sean McDermott's one of the 2, maybe 3 interviews that he did have. So it could. So and he has gotten interest. Then I mean, it has to be something good because their running back coach, their running back coach Anthony Lynn was supposed to take over. Then all of a sudden, Sean McDermott came along, but he took the job. So obviously, the Bills. I mean, the Bills' new owners, the Pigulas, whatever you want to call them, the Pigulas and the Sean McDermott must have a good relationship. I guess they must have thought there was good mutual interest. So maybe it'll be good. Maybe. So, all right. Let's grade these moves. All right. The Jags. I'm gonna give them. I'm gonna give them a straight A. All right, a straight A. Because obviously their plan is, hey, Blake Bortles is our quarterback, and we don't want to make a quarterback change. Not unless Blake Bortles did not prove himself this season. If Blake Bortles did not improve this season, then Blake Bortles is out at Jacksonville. So they are all about their quarterback and Blake Bortles. That's good. Just like the Bucks, we were all about Jameis Winston. So I'm going to give that move an A. Well, I'm going to give the Doug Marrone move like a B, like a N A. Hold on, my phone's ringing. What are you doing? Alright, my phone was ringing. My grandpa was napping, but I might woke him up. So, yeah, um, I hope you guys can somewhat understand me. I don't have the best voice. Um, so, and then the Tom Coughlin move, yeah, A plus, A plus. All right, and then so now the Bills moves, um, not promoting Anthony Lynn. Well, I'm not gonna give that a grade. And and uh, and going with Sean McDermott, Panther defensive coordinator. I'm gonna give that move. I'm gonna have to give it a. Okay, for being bold with a first time head coach, I'm gonna give it a B minus, a C plus to a B minus, above average. So yeah, I know it's above average grade, but whoa. But I thought it was a little bold going with and boldness can 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 pay off. So, next we go with Denver. All right, next we go to Denver with Van Joseph. Uh, Obviously, Gary Kubiak obviously did not get fired. He had some health issues and he stepped down. So Van Joseph, I think, being hired, I think was a pretty solid move. I think I think it was okay. The word, I mean, the word was, well, Denver, they're gonna go with an offensive guy like Kyle Shanahan and freaking, someone to get that offense going. And Kyle Shanahan, basically run the same scene, the same system almost, except with some wrinkles with Gary Kubiak and with the zone blocking and stuff. And, and Justin Forstead's still there. And he could fit right in. And um, they got the defense to back him up. Um, and all that. But the Broncos decided that Van Joseph was obviously their guy from the get-go, with an outside shot of Kyle Shanahan. And you wonder what? I think that's gonna pay off. Van Joseph, a no nonsense guy. Obviously, he was part of that uh, Dolphins turnaround, and with the defense, um, their defense at least was not like last season. Um, the defense wasn't getting as many penalties, and basically changed the culture of the defense of that. And so I think the Broncos are going to keep their culture, and And Vance Joseph is only going to rebuild. I mean, it's only going to reboot the Broncos. Because the Broncos have a lot of pieces. Maybe not a quarterback, but the Broncos have a lot of pieces. And think about it too, Vance Joseph, he strictly wants to be the head coach of the Denver Broncos. Think about that. He's been a defensive play caller. Well, at least last season he was a defensive play caller. He does not want to call the plays. If you heard his press conference, he does not want to call the plays. He strictly wants to be the head coach of the Denver Broncos. No ifs, ands, or buts. He said, nope, I want to be the head coach of the Denver Broncos. That right there. So I think the move by the Broncos, an A. No more, no less, an A. An A. I mean, and I don't know, there were some other things to like about Vance Joseph. Okay, next we have the LA Rams. Going with Sean McVay, the Redskins offensive coordinator. The youngest head coach in NFL history now. I mean, I do like the boldness of going young. Obviously, you know, Adam Gase, and he, um, and then worked out for the for the uh, for the for the Dolphins. But I don't know, because I mean, the LA man, the Rams, I mean, they've been. I just don't know if he's the right guy. I mean, not only the fact that he's young. I mean, who gives a shit if he's young? Just as long as he can fucking coach and do his job well, and freaking get the players out there and win. What I do like is it's getting experienced guys on his coaching staff. Starting with Wade Phillip leaving Denver. Because his contract right now, and he went with Sean McVay to be the Rams defensive coordinator. So that will be a good move for the Rams. The Rams, I mean, got hit. Ray Wayfield, he's gonna find a way to use that talented defense that the Rams have. You know, with Aaron Donald and Robert Quinn and Jermaine Johnson and Mark Barron and yeah, you know, right, Mark Barron, a lot of people. Lovely Smith. You can't play your coach. Yeah, whatever. So, well, so yeah, I mean, the Redskins did. I mean, they had been putting up good numbers, I guess, on offense. past couple seasons, but how big was he a factor into it? Because if I recall, Jay Gruden called the plays, but Sean McVay at least had to go into the game. So I'm gonna give this move a C plus. C plus. Now the Adam Gates move, Adam Gates, the way Phillips moves, I'm gonna give it an A minus, A minus, B plus, A minus. The reason I say that, there is a potential there that may not be a C. But Wade Phillips is a smart coach, so that's why I'll keep it at, not A or A plus, but B minus. B plus to A minus, somewhere in there. Okay, next let's get to the Chargers. So obviously, as soon as Mike Smith pulled out of the head coaching search for the Chargers, they already had Anthony Lynn in house, and he was their guy. I guess you could say the same thing with the Chargers, except not hiring from within. I mean, the Jaguars said they're not hiring from within. Um, I'm gonna have to give this as a D plus. I'm gonna have to get the move with D plus. I just don't know. I'm just not feeling that, man. I'm just not feeling that. This is the right guy for the Chargers. The Chargers. I mean, obviously, moving to LA now, and I mean, yeah, I mean, obviously there's potential, but I just don't know if he's the right guy for that team, man. I I'm just not feeling it too much. No, it's not a splashy move by the Chargers. I thought the Chargers would have went more experienced, which they very well could have with Mike Smith, but Mike Smith pulled out of it, so Anthony Lynn was already in house, and I just think I just think they said, well, what the fuck, you're already here, let's hire you. I think it was kind of like that. Um, that's the sense that I take. And I mean, could it pay off? Yeah, just like any head coaching move. Just like any move, it could pay off. But I just don't know if it will, because I believe the Charger needed a defensive minded head coach, sort of. That can that can friggin' rally I'm trying to think of the words for this, like, rally the team and get the team to play cohesive. And really, I thought Mike Smith was their best choice. And I'm glad he's still with the Bucks, but I thought Mike Smith was their best choice. So I'll give him the move with D plus. Now, who did they hire? I'm trying to think if they made any hires. In Denver and Van Joseph got Mike McCoy. Yeah, I forgot to say that. Got Mike McCoy, and Mike McCoy is back as the OC of Denver. It's good. I give it in the B range. It's a good move. Obviously, he has ties obviously to the Denver organization. He was there for how many years? So it's a good move. Um, Get to stay in the division too. So I give it a B to a B plus. Um, the Panthers, Steve Wilkes became their defensive coordinator. But if I recall, doesn't Ron Rivera call the shots on defense for Carolina? I think he does. But Steve Wilkes is a good coach. The way it seems. Yeah, I got my guess. Let's see. Alright, so what are the other? So I got the Jags, the Rams, the Chargers, the Bills. Jags, Rams, Chargers, Bills. Jags, Rams, Chargers, Bills. Denver. Oh, the only one left is the Niners. Alright, the Niners. Obviously they haven't made a hire yet, but the word is, and I believe there's a good chance of it happening. It's gonna be Mike Smith. Mike Smith. It's gonna be the Patriots offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels, uh, and uh, and uh, and the Patriots, either a Patriots executive or somebody that that has ties to that's had ties to the Patriots, and that has worked with Josh McDaniels to be their GM. But Josh McDaniels wants to go somewhere, who wants to start that they're starting from scratch, rebuilding, and him and their GM can um, can help build better teams, and that's what they want. That's what San Fran has. The word is that other candidates, Kyle Shanahan and John McDaniels and some other coach um, is impressed by the way Jed York, um, you know, moving on from his mistakes and the way that they want to build the team and have a good GM coach combo and and, and it's to build a team back to the Niner way, the right way, and so and obviously they're being patient. Okay, obviously Sean McVay had a lot of interest and he was on the Niners short list, but when I buy Niners, they're not rushing into things. It's obviously a coach in the playoffs, and it's obviously, I mean, not for sure, but it's a good bet that it's Josh McDaniel and that one Patriot executive. I think his name is. I forget what his name is. I think Matt. No, not Matt, but Patricia. But I think it's somebody else who's upstairs. So, and if that were to happen, I would give the Niners an A minus grade for it. Yeah, I would give the Niners an A minus grade if that was going down. But for them being patient, God, I give them an A plus. For them being patient, not hiring a coach yet. Yeah, they got rid of Chip Kelly after 1 year, but obviously it didn't work out. Alright, so that's it on the NFL coaching hires and my thoughts. Um, so once again, check out my other NFL videos, on my predictions, playoff predictions for the wild card and divisional round, my new Super Bowl predictions, um, my Bucks analysis on the season and all that. on the other videos, so check that out. Oh, and one of my recent videos has inside news, so check that out. Secret Buck news. So Bucks check that out. So I'll catch you all later, and I'll see you in a couple days. Peace.